everyone, my name is Mai and welcome to my very busy kitchen. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a very easy crispy pork belly. You know, the staple dish that you get in a lot of Chinese restaurants, one with the very fluffy and crispy skin. Turns out it's actually not that difficult to make at home as well. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it and hopefully you'll be able to replicate it at home as well. So keep on watching and I hope you enjoyed this video.
The secret to a crispy crackling is the dry skin. So first off, you'll want to block the skin and remove any moisture. Now we're going to use a sharp object to generously poke holes into the skin. This will allow the layer of fat under the skin to surface during cooking and help making it extra crispy. Next, we're going to move on to the marinade. I made a very simple one, mixing together some Chinese 5-spice, salt, pepper, sugar, and a bit of soy sauce to give it a thicker paste-like consistency so that it's easier to spread and stick onto the meat. We'll now transfer the pork belly onto a tray lined with a large piece of foil. Now this is important and you'll understand later on why. We'll now apply the marinade that we just made all over the meat. Make sure to avoid getting any of it into the skin though. Now we're going to flip it around and generously cover the skin with some vinegar. This will help dry out and tenderize the skin to give it a more crispy as opposed to chewy or crunchy texture once cooked. Once done, we're going to leave the pork belly to chill in the fridge uncovered for at least 3 hours, but ideally overnight so that the skin can really dry out. Once it's done chilling in the fridge, take the pork belly out and proceed by folding up some walls around the pork belly using the protruding sides of the foil. You'll then generously cover the entire skin surface with salt. The salt will draw out the moisture and help crisp up the skin during the roasting process. After we've made the salt crust, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the preheated oven that's been on at about 180 degrees Celsius for about an hour or so. And yeah, so let's do that. I'm going to put it in the sort of like middle section. I'm on fan mode. And there you go. And we're going to leave it in there for a while and then we'll come back to it later on. Alright, so as you can see, there's some sort of like solid salt crust that's formed. So we're gonna remove that. As you can see, the reason why we use rock salt is because it's actually much easier to remove afterwards once it's all solidified. Then we're going to cover the skin with some more vinegar to make sure that it becomes extra fluffy and crispy. We're now going to put the pork belly back into the oven. So what we're gonna do is actually we're going to switch this up. I actually have it on fan mode, but I'm gonna switch it now to grill and then switch it to medium. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3. It's actually not 250 degrees. It's just medium sort of heat for the grill option here. So I'm gonna put my pork belly back in. Make sure that it's not too close to the top, otherwise it'll start burning. So we're gonna leave it in there for about, I'm gonna say half an hour or so. It got really dark by the time the pork finished roasting, so I'm just gonna show you. Ooh. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So we're gonna take this out of the oven. As you can see, super crispy. Whoa! We're going to leave it to rest for a bit and scrape off the burnt bits before we slice into it. I tend to like to cut these into smaller rectangular pieces and serve them alongside a dipping sauce. Usually soy sauce will do, and some pickled onions as well. So yeah, let's plate this up. So this is the crackling. It's super thick and fluffy, and it's really crispy as well. So if you bite into it, you should hear a very like satisfying crispy sound. Like. So
that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube cooking video. I really enjoyed making this. I hope you guys will get the chance to prepare this dish at home too. In the meantime, please remember to subscribe and also follow me on my Instagram. And I'll see you next time. Bye!